So back in the day, a man's meal ticket in society was be useful, provide, protect, be an alpha male, blah, blah, blah. But now that women can make our own money and we're buying homes and we even have vibrators that will guarantee
Stop.
to hit the spot every time. No, for those that don't have that. Right. But I'm saying we have everything we need in us. And as far as like our outer resources, we're already whole within ourselves. We just have to find that wholeness. And then we also have our own jobs and all that. So when the supply outweighs the demand, what happens? You get a bunch of useless, angry, unpicked men from the clearance rack. And and they have the red pill mentality. So in the way so this is how this will show up in society too. Because Lisa touched on this. But for those of y'all who are still on dating apps, and I'm side-eyeing any woman that's still on dating apps.
We will continue saying this.
We're going to keep
get off the dating apps.
Get off the dating apps.
Don't do it, girl.
Please, because you're wasting your time. Okay, so women get 1 million likes, but men are swiping into the void like Ghost, Haunting, Tinder, and Hinge. They're being rejected, and then they're getting on Reddit and TikTok and complaining about how nice guys finish last. So them not being picked is translated in their minds to I'm a nice guy, and nice guys finish last. They don't have the actual critical thinking, to figure out that maybe something's wrong with me. Maybe I need to change something. Maybe I need to learn body language and learn how I'm coming across to women and learn to listen to women when women are telling you what the hell we want and you don't listen. You're still listening to patriarchal rhetoric about what women want, and women are literally fucking telling you, no, this is what I want. You don't want that. You don't know what you want. Women don't know what you want. And it's like, God. So now that's why when you swipe, that's why you can't get a call back. That's why you're getting left on red. So,
and I wonder, sorry, real quick.
No,
I wonder if it's because women are not like mean enough in their delivery. Like men are so mean to us, when they tell us like what they like, what they don't like, they're mean. They're so mean. And women will be like, listen, you're a nice guy. You're almost there.
That's
if you just
human in us.
Exactly.
We're so fucking human, and we have compassion and we have empathy. And so, yes, a part of me says we need to start being brutal back to them, but we can't. Because then you might get killed. I mean, these men, some of their egos are so fragile. They might, punch you in the face. They may shank you to death on a subway train just because you said no about giving. So it's like, but women are so human that we are like, we don't want to hurt a man's feelings. Like that's not what we want.
Yeah.
We don't, I don't want to tell you you're too short. Sorry, shrimp, you're too short. I'm never going to tell you that's the reason why, I'll just make up something and say I'm married.
Where she's like, he said, I should be nicer. Well, your dick should be bigger.
Right? In theory, it sounds great for women to come together and be like, tell these men exactly what they need to hear. But it's dangerous for us to do that. So we do it for two reasons. Reminder. We're nice because we're human, and we also do it for our safety. It's like, it's really that simple, right? But the other way is that men thought having a paycheck was all they needed to get a physical and emotional punching bag. So they thought that they could continue to shame and bully single women, women who are unmarried, women who are settling, blah, blah. They thought that they were going to make us, back in the day, it used to hit real hard. Like, you're going to be an old single cat lady and no one's going to want you and you're going to be miserable. And back in the day, it was like, oh God, you're clutching your pearls. Like, I don't want to end up like that. But when men say it now, it literally doesn't do anything. We're just like, yeah, give me the cats. Like, we ain't really tripping.
You promise?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah. So these types of men, these surplus men, they fall into two main categories and a possible third category. Okay.
Ooh.
The first one is lonely incels with either a sex robot, if you can afford it, which I don't think most of them can. But
no. But how sad.
An AI chat girlfriend that they think is actually real after a certain amount of time. Like the man who died going to meet with a chatbot. But anyways, or the old-fashioned hand lotion and sock trio is what I like to call it. So that's what they're doing behind closed doors. One of those three things. Then you got the keyboard, what I like to call it keyboard thugs, because they'll be online in comment sections in under our videos.
Oh my God.
Literally like trying to clown women. They're coming with their red pill talking points because all of us whores, all of us women.
304s.
Yeah, the 304s. We're for the streets. We're trash. We're useless without kids. We're useless without a man. We're bitter because we are ignoring them and we don't care.
That's our problem. That's our problem, ladies.
So the women aren't giving them the time of day. So it's like, that's how they take like the men that you said earlier that were hanging outside the buildings yelling at, like catcalling, yelling at women. It's just like, that's what they're doing. If they can't get what they think they're entitled to, this is how they act out. Instead of going to therapy, instead of taking a book off a bookshelf and reading something
Never
helpful.
Heard of it.
Yeah, they just lash out at women. The third possibility, and this is the unfortunate one, is that it shows up as actual violence. So it's going to show up as
that's what we're
physical
seeing
violence, SA, any kind of physical attacks on women, and sometimes death. Because we're starting to see more and more men just lose it when a woman is like, no, I have a boyfriend, or I can't give you my phone number, or a woman will give you a fake phone number and then you call the phone right then and there and it doesn't ring. And then next thing you know, you're getting punched in the face. That has happened to many women. So it's stuff like that. So while women are thriving, the men are spiraling. Like Bourbon Bougie always says, they're failing and flailing. Because without women being subjugated, a lot of them realize that they don't actually have an identity. They were taught, get the girl, but the girl now doesn't want you. So it's like they don't know what to do now. And so in conclusion, the surplus of man is basically a participation trophy of evolution.
Your Darwin Award.
They're here. Yeah, I love when you say that. Here's your Darwin Award. They're here, but they're not really needed. Okay. Women, we've evolved past the survival relationships, because back then women were in these relationships because they had to survive. And now we don't need to do that. Now it's like, be a human, have empathy, come with something, bring something to the table. And if you are not, women are like, I'll be single with my cats. I'll be single with my vibrator. I will get my dogs. I will have no pets and just like, I don't know, travel or whatever. Anything but settling for men that really, I hate to say it, but you don't deserve a woman. You don't deserve nice
you're the
things.
ball and chain. Like, I was
you don't deserve it if
say,
you're not willing to work for it. Like, if you're not willing to do the work.
When you think,
if you don't want to invest in yourself, then
evolutionary terms, yes, evolution is not taking you. It's not women, okay? It's not women. Women are just hand in hand with evolution, and men are like, what's it called? Like a crab in a bucket. Like, they're like, wait, you're climbing out of the bucket that we put you in.
Get back here.
Get back in here. Yeah, we're going to take your rights away. Some man left that in my comments the other day. He said, oh, let's see how loud you are when none of y'all have jobs and when none of y'all are allowed to work anymore. And I said, keyword right there. That's because y'all are such losers that you even know this. You're telling on your fucking self because you even know this and you don't feel ashamed. You don't feel embarrassed typing that out.
Are you not embarrassed? This is embarrassing.
Embarrassing. No, seriously.
That is isn't it sad that they know it and they're still not even willing to do, like,